Hi, nice to see you in my website and of course with theme Dracula. Now I'm going to say a few words about silicone molding, about casting and generally about the Dracula. Look, this is the final effect of my work. This is the Dracula face with blood, with a lot of teeth here. I hope you like it, and look please how I prepared the silicone form and generally how I create this guy. Okay, generally I cast a few copies of this guy. I made the basic version like this in gray color. You can see with the sentence Dracula. I made a second version in another color for people who use different technique for painting. This is the same face, and this is the hat for limited edition painted limited edition. This is the white version with the sentence Dracula, and of course the finished work looks like this. The sculptures I made from Super Sculpey. This is really good material for sculpting in so small size when you want to put for this work a lot of detail, and of course if you want to make the sculpture more expressive. Generally this material really nice for the small size. Okay, at first for casting, about casting. This is the basic form for making the cast resin. Some cube of silicone. I use, you can see this work is really small, and I use the black rubber bands for put the silicone together, because in the beginning inside I had the original sculptures and I had to cut this form to get back these original sculptures for me. Okay, this is the effect. You can see inside the head, and I make this form together. It's only one piece of this face together with this element. Some people of course will make this separate because this is difficult for casting, but I'm a little bit lazy man, and I try to make only one piece of silicone to casting the sculptures in one piece. You can see I cut this form special for making this silicone form. Look, okay. Voila. And now I use the rubber bands. I control this moment, the cut, to make this really the surface clean. Now I see it's correct, and I think I can make the cast resin. This technique is really good, really fast, really simple. Of course, this technique is really good for making so simple work like the face or like the bust, for example. But if you will make something more complicated, more like composition, you should make the mold different, maybe separate a few elements, because make complicated sculptures, make silicone form from complicated sculptures not so easy. What is important when I cast this Dracula? You can see, for example, on this face, this teeth, a lot of teeth, and I cast this work from this position. When I put the resin inside, I should control this element to 2 or 4 unique, for how can I say this in English? You know, generally control this element because I hate the small bubbles. And if you will put the resin inside, this element and this point and this point and many of this point are difficult for casting really precise. That's why every time when I cast, I use this small element to control the quality of casting. When you see this form, using this element, and this element, I can make the face, the head really precise. Of course, after cast, I use just, you know, something like that, and cut this element, and then I have really good quality face without the bubbles. Okay, that's all.